Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Channel. So, how is everybody in the world today? So, here in the Philippines is December 28th, okay, Thursday, 8 a.m. That's local time. So, in Central Time, that would be Wednesday, 7 p.m. So, hello and good morning, everyone. So, our topic for today or night in your time is, are social media platforms good for finding a mate? So, that's very interesting because I've been, so this is the thing that I notice, and there's a true story behind of this, why I create this content, because some they're meeting on social media, it's successful, some it's not. So there's a good side story and there's a bad side story. So by the way, I would like to thanks to all my subscribers, viewers here in the Philippines and also abroad. And especially to Mr. Montijo. Thank you so much for sending me on my PayPal. So I really appreciate that. So you surprised me a lot for that. So I never expect that. So, but I appreciate you and your generosity towards some bloggers that you've been dealing with. So I salute, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Bruce Davis, thank you, Bruce. Oh, Bruce, it's been a long time. I miss you, Bruce. Thank you for coming, Bruce. How is your Christmas holiday? So it's almost, how many days to go? One, two, three. Oh, 4 days to go. It's end of 2023. So guys, I would like, yeah, because, wh- what happened to Bruce? But, I really appreciate, Bruce, that you came on my live streaming. So I think this is a perfect time because nighttime in West and very early here in the Philippines. So I have to get up, early and prepare. Because I this is what I noticed, guys. I really like also, to get up early because I used to get up early, but now I'm become lazy. It's just like I sleep late, okay, and then I woke up late. So I feel that I'm become a lazy person. So I have to change that. So I think one of my New Year's resolution is to get up early, okay? Because before I get up 4 o'clock in the morning and I sleep early. And this is what I noticed for about myself, because when I sleep early, I woke up early. So guys, don't forget, to click, the like button, okay? So I really appreciate that. So this is gonna be interesting topic, guys. And I have also friends that when it comes to social media platforms, she's not very lucky. She's not very lucky to find a mate. But some they're very lucky, some they're not. So I think it's according how the person is serious to find a mate, or some they just really want, to flirting because they're lonely, or they're alone. But when it comes to a serious thing, they don't. So thank you so much, Bruce, for coming. So I'll just wait for a few minutes because I have guests coming. So how is your holidays, Bruce? How you spend your holidays? But guys, uh me and my friend, we don't really feel happy or what, because this is the sad part that my husband little brother passed away. So it's just like we just our Christmas is mourn. We mourn, but that's life. We have to, we accept the fact that we all going that way. But it's not really normal that some, when it comes to holidays, everybody had a big smile. But for us, we try to be happy in a little way, because we lost our brother. Oh, that's sweet. You know what, Bruce? Because we both, my husband, we both, our parents is deceased. And I feel, I'm bit a little jealous about, I can see some, they have parents complete. So this is my advice: as long as your parent is there, spend time with them. We never know we never know So when I was young, I don't really appreciate that. But when I lost my parents, oh my God, it's just like my world changed. My world changed. So, like I said, that no, we are all that way. We're on that way. That so it's just like they go first, and then well, I don't know this new year. Well, well, let's see what's gonna happen in New Year. Fred, hello, Fred. Thank you for coming, Fred. So Mrs. State, you are Frank are my favorite people, who both kind and friendly, loving. You both treat all your friends so good. Thank you. Oh yeah, Frank. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Bruce. Here's the thing that I'm very, this is the thing that I'm very close. Okay, I'm very close to a male, because I don't have a brother. I don't really feel that, I don't really feel, how, because we all nine girls, Bruce, this is, we are big family. We're all nine girls. So it's just the only male in my family is my father that time. Okay. So even though that we're not really looking for a brother image, but it's just like something amazing in my life, that how does it feel that you have a brother. So it's just like I'm very close, because especially if the guy is nice to me, I'm nice also, because this is my thing is, I treat you the way you treat me. So as simple as that. So if you're nice to me, I will be double nice to you. Okay. So if those people that attacking me behind on my back, so once I know that person, Bruce, I don't want to say anything, but I'm the one who gonna keep distance for those people that uh backfighter, backfighter. So it's just, yeah, I enjoy, I enjoy dealing with, because you know what, you are my family online. We're not family in blood, but we're family online. So that's the way I treated my subscribers, my viewers. Because some people, especially if they're alone, in this kind of social media platform, it helps them, to make them feel that they're not alone. So if they have family online, so it really helps. It really helps not them, to feel lonely. Okay, Fred, can someone get someone on the YouTube here? Yeah. Okay, guys. I have a cup of tea, ginger tea here. This is made in Thailand, and I love it because with honey, it's really good in your on your voice, so that it's gonna be my 2 hours are gonna talk, so it really helps my voice, because my voice is not get exhausted while I'm talking. Okay, so I have a guest. So thank you so much, Bruce and Fred. My big bro online. Good morning, Get Your Lions Journey.
Oh,
What's up?
okay. Yeah, I can't. I'm looking for myself on the screen there. I need to click something.
All right. Good morning, Sean Z. Adams. Thank you for coming, Sean Z. Adams. So, how is your Christmas celebration?
I'm looking for where's my. Oh, there it is. I was
Hello,
wondering why I couldn't see
Michael.
myself.
Thank you for coming, Michael. So how's everybody, your Christmas celebration, guys? Me, I'm not. So I mentioned a few minutes ago that, my husband, little brother passed away. So our Christmas is not really as happy as last year. But life must go on. Life must move on. So I'm just a little tired. Okay. Well, everybody, everyone is, get tired, especially if it's holiday. Okay, so let me read this from Fred Dangote. For me, it's hard, Lilibet, unless we met physically with someone. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's different talking online than it's different than talking in person. So, good morning, Gichi Lion. Welcome to my show. So,
Good morning. Yeah, I'm here. I was here on time. I just had to. I think I just had to click on my picture for me to see myself. So I've done that now. So as you can see, the light is coming in here.
yeah.
And I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I mean, I just set my alarm and then just got up.
Okay.
Yeah, I was up late um,
Mm.
last night, actually working on some vlogs. I mean, it just so happens that's what I was doing. So I just dropped one day before yesterday. So
Yeah,
it's like,
I saw your video that you went to the nail salon,
oh, you
and you
like that
have.
one? Yeah,
I
yeah,
was there. I watched
yeah,
that. So
good.
good thing that you pamper yourself.
Well, that's a rare occasion, a rare sight. You probably see a few more shorts of that I may release because I was kind of had the camera rolling while I was there. And I'm going to say about that uh, particular occasion, that was probably some of the best times that I had since I've been in the Philippines.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this is what I noticed, Getche. When it comes to men, they're not very often, to go to the nail salon, to do their, nail done. So women will love to do that. Okay. So it's just like, oh, get him done this. So I'm so impressed that, because some men, they don't really want, to touch their nails.
No, I go. No, I have no problem doing that. I mean, I did do it even in Chicago, not that often, but here, I intend to go
Good
and
morning, Sharon.
Good
I've intended to
morning,
go in that salon at least twice,
everyone.
once every 2 weeks,
Okay. So thank you for
maybe.
coming,
Yeah.
Sharon.
It's
So
okay.
Gitty is here. So we're gonna continue our discussion the last time we got on live. Okay, so this is
Okay.
gonna be so would you like to say hello or good morning to Gitty Lion, Sharon?
Hi, good Lion. Good morning and advance
Can't hear.
happy New Year. And I still don't receive my Christmas gift. A New Year is coming.
Y- So y- Gitty Cash. You need Gitty
Yeah,
Cash.
yeah, I gotta get that set up.
So you have to install Gitchy Cash, Gitchy.
Yeah, I know.
So Sharon, how is your, Christmas your Christmas celebration? Is it tiring, fun or what?
It was good. It was good. We just only prepare a little food, but because our family just only we prepare a few more food during New Year, but for Christmas it's just only cake or cook some dish. So we just celebrate only simple Christmas, but New Year it will be much more nicer or than Christmas. Actually, yesterday I've been to the shop for to buy a new tablecloth and design for New Year. So yeah, and I will go. I maybe go to the grocery earlier because if you will go to the grocery late, you will be in the long queue for to go to the cashier. So better in
Yeah.
advance. Yeah.
And also, speaking of that, Sharon, especially here in Metro Manila, oh my God. Once you get out on your house, on the
Mhm.
street, so traffic, and it's so hard, especially that, just only our transportation is the single motorbike, okay? And when you find, a taxi, it's so hard to find a taxi because some taxi driver, they refuse, they make contrata. So they
Yeah.
just, some taxi driver, they're nice, they're concerned with their passenger, but some they just take advantage because Christmas or, New Year's is coming. So they take advantage of that, they demand. So
Yeah, I
maybe,
experienced that they don't use the meter. They just say the price exactly. I mean the amount. Right.
yeah. So that's kind of frustrating, especially when you buy so many stuff. So now I don't really want to deal with that because, I bought, I received presents from my husband, a freezer because I do grocery 4 times a month. Because, our freezer is not really big for, for the
Mm.
one month supply. Okay. So I have to go every week. So now it's no longer that because, my husband asked me, what do you want for Christmas? And then I told him anything. And then he said, yeah. So I realized, So I told him freezer. And then he said, that's what you want? And then I told him, yeah, because, I explained to him, this is the advantage. Okay. I don't really want, to like jewelry or things. So I really want gift that I need. So that's the thing. So I'm no longer dealing with, especially now that New Year is coming. So I don't want to deal on the, the cashier. You know what, Sharon, the cashier here, in the supermarket area, my goodness, before your turn, you take 2 hours, to standing there, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of last 2 minute. Filipino, they love to do that last 2 minute.
Mm. And Filipino, they will buy stuff on the last minute.
And there's a lot of sales, but if you're not really smart, it's not really sales, Sharon. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. And bit, I just want to sometimes I don't want to buy shoes. I mean, if they sell shoes, I don't exactly completely buy. I mean, not 100% buy for if they make a sale for shoes, because I learned that from my cousin. She said to me, Ate Sharon, that's why they sell that shoes, because it's close to expiration. So
Yeah.
it was my first time to know that even on the shoes there is an expiration.
hmm and then a few months it starts, nag back ba yung yung
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
material.
It
So
mostly,
yeah,
yeah.
I agree. So Sharon, our subject for today is, are social media platforms good for finding a mate? So this is gonna be a interesting discussion, because I know a lot of your viewers. There's a proposal that happened. Gichi.
Yeah. What?
Oh, Kiss. Good morning, Kiss. Thank you for coming, Kiss. So,
Yes.
for those who wants to ask question, feel free, guys.
Let's
Okay,
do this.
feel free. And by the way, okay, for those who wants to sponsor my show, feel free. Okay, because New Year's is coming. So, and okay, thank you, Kiss. So, I'm gonna ask first to Getchi, because this is makes me interesting. I really want to know your opinion about this
Sure.
content, Getchi. So what do you think about finding a mate on the social media platforms? What is your opinion about that, Getchi?
Well, I think there's a lot of history with dating sites or dating apps. Before there were sites, there were apps, and they are effective. I mean, they must be effective in some areas to some people, depending on what they're looking for in certain, different arenas. Um, you have the apps now that you can tailor it to a particular country or particular city, particular location. You can go in there, and usually these sites, some of them you can go on for free, some of them
Okay.
you have to pay something. And I do know there are some cases where I'm hearing that a lot of people met their mate or their partner through using one of the dating sites. But it's not an across the board thing where everybody's going to have the same level of success. Depending on who you are and where you are is the key. No, with any dating site, dating app, dating program, dating membership, you are basically if you're participating in this, you are the product that you're trying to sell to somebody else to want to buy or purchase or whatever.
So the question is, is that a good way to find a mate, go on the particularly YouTube.
Oh, YouTube is not really a social media technically, but I guess it's becoming that. But no, I say it's a mixed bag because again, There are quote unquote success stories out there. Probably if you're talking about YouTube, it's probably not, most of the cases it's not going to be effective if you're trying to use YouTube as a dating site. And like I said, YouTube is not really social media, but it's kind of almost being used for that. You know,
Mhm.
people, you when we say social media, we thinking about Facebook, Instagram, you
Actually,
know.
Gitchy Lions, YouTube, it's a kind of social media platforms, okay? Uh,
Yeah, it's
where,
becoming there, but yeah, but that's not what it was originally intended to be.
so, okay, let me read this from Keys.
Oh, let me go.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bacon Girl. Thank you so much. Social media platforms are great to find a mate, but be careful for the fake and toxic people. Yeah, I agree what you said. I agree what you said, Keith, because there's like I mentioned a few minutes ago, that there's some people that very serious on that. Okay, so there's some people that it's just like they alone, they really want to have fun with this, with this vloggers. Okay, but they're not really serious in that. And then some people, they're really serious. So there's sideway that very successful for those people that's serious on the YouTube social media platforms, and some they just fun. Okay, so for you, Sharon, what is your opinion for that?
Okay, my opinion is social media is a new platform to find mate because, and it's a good also because you can talk to each other. You can talk to each other. You can see to each other. Not like before. The platform
Mhm.
before was pen pal. I saw that. I know that. Like sending. You go to. It's a kind of group, or it's a kind of I don't know how to say that, society, and then you send your picture there, you send your letter there, and then they will publish it in the newspaper in the different country or what country they you wanted. So that was happened on one of my relatives that she sent a letter to that society, and then they published her picture in the newspaper there, like in US. So before it was pen pal, or like sending letter
Mhm.
to each other, but now it's a new system. So I
It
think social media is better to find mate because before you don't see to each other, just only exchanging letter and exchanging picture, but now you can be able to see to each other via
Mhm.
camera or via call or video call. So social media is a good platform for to find mate, but you must be very careful who are with you. I mean, you must be very careful that the woman is not scammer or other else. So yeah, the new I don't know what to say. The new uh,
they innovate, there's
yeah,
a
yeah. So yeah,
innovation when it comes to dealing mate, because like you
yes.
said, yeah, I remember that, because one of my auntie in my mother's side,
Mhm.
she had a pin pal. So how
Yeah.
many years that the internet came out, so it's just like they innovate the communication to find a mate. So that's now that's the problem, because some people, they don't really use the any kinds of social media platform, Sharon. Sometimes they use in the bad intention, like to do a scam for people.
Yeah.
And this is what I noticed way back. I don't know what year that the dating site starts. So it's just like early 80s. So the
Mhm.
dating site start, and a lot of Western people and Asian people, when they meet, the relationship is very successful. So the years goes by, somebody go on that dating site that, doing a scam. So the reputation of dating site, it's getting bad
Yeah.
because of, somebody, use that into um bad intention. So that's the problem also, that, people, they're not really comprehend about using, like, we have, this is the our chance, to tell the world if there's something
Mm.
happen in our country. Through social media, we can voice out. So even
Yeah.
though we're not heard by using social media, people will hear our voice. So it's just
Mm.
like, some, they don't really use into a smart, side of way. So that's the problem our society, Sharon.
Yeah, and social media also is sometimes it's I this is my opinion, but sometimes social media also is become a toxic of the people's mind, because even
Yes.
about their family problem, they will share it um to the social media, which is not good. Okay, which is not
Yeah.
good. And then anything they can everything they want to share it in social media, because they
Hmm.
want to catch the sympathy of other people, which is not. Because if there are some bad people say that message or say that post, they will make gossip, or so it will become worse. And then there is, if you have enemy, and then there are some other people talk to your enemy, that she said this, he said that, or something, so it will become a very big problem. So in my
Yeah.
opinion, social media also is a toxic on the mind of people. That's what, because
Yeah.
before back, I never share my picture and the picture of my daughter in social media, because if you share it in social media, you have no more privacy on your own self.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing also, that, uh some celebrities, okay, let's
Mm,
they react that,
yeah.
somebody comment, they bosh, because it's common sense. If you don't want to bash, don't post on the social
Yeah,
media.
exactly.
As simple as that. Because, if you post something on the social media, it's given, Sharon, that not all people in go on your favor, or
Yeah,
not people go
exactly.
on your. So
It's true.
don't complain. So let them, because that's part of social media. There's a basher, and there's a loyal fan. So you cannot really um go on that, everybody will go on your side. No, it's not. So that's why, I don't understand why some people react so
Yeah,
badly.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me welcome. Hi, Bob. Thank you for coming, Bob. How is your Christmas in Davao? I can see lechon. Okay, let me read this. I don't share problems online. There are predators out there who will use it against you. Exactly, Bob.
That's the truth.
So, me, it's just like, the thing that I go online is just like, to give inspiration for those who wants to watch my,
Mm,
our show, and
yeah.
then give some information, but not all that, what's inside my house. It's inside my house, okay?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
so we
Yeah.
don't want to share that, okay? Because some, they just share, when they're arguing with their partner, they do that online. So
Mm,
there's the people that, they put, fire to ignite the problem. So I don't
Mm.
want that. So that the only thing that I have on the social media is, to inspire people, give information, share knowledge, share opinion, and that's the bottom line that I really want. But inside the house, no, that because they think that if there's a problem, if they gonna came out on the social media, they think that that problem will be solved. Of course not. The
Yeah,
problem
it will
became
become
worse.
worse.
Yeah. So what about you, Gichi Lion? What is your opinion about that? That some like, okay, you post on on the on YouTube. There's a certain limit only that you can share to public, or there's no limit.
Hmm. Yeah, I just sitting here listening, and like I said, I haven't. I wish I had some of that ginger tea there that you drink in Lilibeth. I got to get myself able to heat my water up so I can be drinking some, so I can drink it every morning. But yeah, I want to say, yeah, I concede now that YouTube, has become uh, a social media, even though it wasn't originally intended for that. I think it was put there for people to share their craft, their artwork, or what have you. And then people, you had the likes and the shares and the subscriptions and stuff. I think only recently, you got more of people interested in being monetized, or sometimes people don't care about being monetized. They just want to get attention um, for whatever reason. But definitely, I want to agree and will agree that a lot of the environment within social media, especially, is quite toxic. You don't. It's really not a good idea to share everything, like you said, share everything that's going on in your house. That's not what I
Yeah,
think it's for. But as you said, there are people that
doing that.
they want that. Um, so again, I'm just looking at it, and sometimes you will see, because I know we were talking about dating. I guess we can get back to that. But right, right. But there are situations where, especially, I know people like Sharon. She's a prime example. You probably get, you are that you getting hundreds, and you probably receive thousands people trying to chat you, people trying to message you, email you, and say all kind of stuff. And you can just imagine what some of the people have said. Some of it has probably been, quite respectful and above board and everything. And probably you gotten some other stuff that you probably would not want to share. You would not want your daughter to see, wherever like that. Um, but I think one thing, like I said, on with the YouTube, especially if you decided to use this as a platform, um, it's good to gain some kind, I guess, experience or skills to be able to handle the comments as they come in reaction to your subject matter, and then also what you put out there as well. Um, in some cases, you may have seen like it may be some vloggers feuding with each other for one reason or another. Somebody might say something that, somebody get mad or they'll take offense or whatever. But like I say, usually I'm going to say, as far as with the dating here, since that's in the subject, all of that energy, most of that is going toward the female vloggers, uh, as far as that and how they're dealing with it. They deal with it in their own way. Um, now you talking to somebody that's had quite the experience dealing with these vloggers as far as communicating with them in various ways and various platforms. Some you know about publicly, some of them you don't know about publicly. But that's something actually, and I just want to tell everybody that the people that want to follow Geechee Line Journey, I just put out a video. It's kind of like a teaser, but it's retrospective
Oh,
as far as my
Gichi.
dealings
Okay.
with some of that.
Okay,
Uh,
so
Okay.
it's coming.
let me welcome Yuka. Thank you for coming, Yuka. And Juan Guion
Hey, Juan. Yeah, Juan. How you doing, brother?
Juan. Thank you for coming. Okay. So okay, go ahead, Gichi. Sorry, to interrupt you.
No, you ain't interrupt me. Right, it's right on
Okay.
target. But
Okay,
what's getting
Sharon.
ready to happen? Right. Let me just say this since you say you interrupted me. You didn't, but here we go.
Okay, go
Geechee
ahead.
Line, Geechee Line, Geechee Line Journey. I'm getting ready to deal with the real deal on the battlefield with what I dealt with, especially this past year, with that, dealing with the vlogger scene. That's coming. So I put this video out, I guess, 2 days ago. I think I had about 500 some views on it. Um, I got the next one scheduled. I think scheduled for a few days after that. But it's something I need to deal with for myself as I go into 2024 and get ready to say goodbye to 2023. The environment is changed. I'm on a new environment. I'm on a new battlefield. So that's coming. But like I said, it's coming. But like I say, I'm gonna say again, and I say in the future, in the past, Sharon, you're one of the most respected vloggers. No, I'm serious. To
Yeah,
me,
she
over
is.
all of them.
Yeah,
You
she is,
know, you
Gichi.
somebody I can deal with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Sharon, there's a question from
Okay.
Sean C. Adams. It says that I have a question for Sharon. Please be honest. How do you feel about your subscribers pursuing you for a relationship? How
Okay,
do
to
you
be
feel?
honest, okay, to be honest, it's just like I don't feel that I mean because there are some women saying that, oh, I am pretty because there are so much men want to who want to be with me. But me, I just only say that why. Sometimes I ask question why they want to be in a relationship with me, especially number one, I am not pretty, and I am not beautiful. I'm just only a simple woman, so that's it. But it's a kind of feel of a pleasure that sometimes they say compliments, very nice compliments. I want to thank that to them. But for me, I just curious why, but it seems to like feel happy, and now it can give me confidence on myself because they said I think I am pretty. Because yeah, so that's it. But it's my pleasure that they are pursuing me to be in relationship. I appreciate that. But so far is just like I never put it on myself, or I never I never think that okay, I mean to make a boastful like no, I think I am pretty because why there are so much guy wanted to have me. So me, I didn't do it in that way. I mean I never think in that way. So what I think is just only why, because me, I just only an ordinary woman, and I never think of myself that I am pretty or I am sexy or so. No, I'm just only simple. But I am so thankful to all the people or to all my subscribers who give compliments on me. I really think that, and it gives me more confident to myself. That's it. Because sometimes there are some that's why sometimes me and Laura make a joke to each other. I said when she said to me, "Mama, there are women say there are people always looking at me." And then I said to her, "They are looking at you because you are ugly." And then she answered to me, "You are ugly also because you are my mom." So
Well,
we really
actually, actually, Sharon, a good, a good man, not really looking on,
yeah.
well, they said that, they said that men are very visual, but especially, for those, elders, they're not really looking, they're looking for, the good heart, the
Yeah.
good inside of you.
Yeah,
So,
because for me, Beth, the true beautiful is not in the physical appearance. The true beauty on me is what you have inside your heart. That's the really true beauty, not the
yeah,
physical. Because when you grow old, your physical appearance or your physical will be
Bunny.
change, yeah, will be gone, but the beautiful what you have inside your heart, it still stay there forever until you are gone, and it's still memorable to other people. Like if even if you gone, the people always remember you. Oh, she is a good person or something. So the true beauty is not in the physical, inside the heart.
Okay, so let me read this from Frank. This is what I love about Filipinas, including me, that because they don't walk about saying that they
Yes,
are 10. Oh my God,
right.
this is
They don't.
one thing, one thing, Sharon, that um when I look, because I'm very aware of those, especially I'm always watching Jerome's
Yeah,
uh
true. Okay.
yeah
Yeah.
a comment reaction. And then there's a Shirley, you know she's young, but my God, she's so big. And then she said that she's the figure is 8, my God. And then and then she has attitude. So, oh my God. So I don't, I tell to Frank, oh my God, where she get this confidence to tell the word she's beautiful, she's sexy, that she can barely fit on the door. So it makes me laugh. Oh my God. So that's how. And then shown attitude.
Mm.
So me also, I don't really look myself that I'm beautiful or what. But for the eyes of Frank, I am. But it's just like when he told me that you're beautiful, and then I told him, are you serious? I think you need your eyeglass.
Yeah,
I think you need your eyeglass because, I told him, no one that, tells me, especially, Sharon, especially if you're not really, you're lighter skin, Filipino are not really appreciated, my family, they're the one who bullied me that, I'm negra, my God, so it's just like, I grown that, oh, I'm not beautiful or what. So the only thing that, okay, Frank told me, no, sweetheart, you're beautiful because you have no makeup. Your look is your look is natural. That's the beauty. That's beautiful for me. And then, okay, Frank, thank you, but you don't really believe because okay, Filipino beauty standard is not as the same as Western women
it sure isn't. Yeah,
beauty standard. Okay, because our standard, when you say beautiful, is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
yeah.
okay.
I just want to say, you remember that little story I shared with you about the Filipina that said she was too dark. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I mean, this was in Chicago, and I'll never forget that. I mean, I had an instant reaction when I saw and heard this Filipina say that. I mean, I'm saying, physically, visually, she is very appealing to me. And to hear her say that, and that like downgrade herself like that, I was like, I mean, that just like a pain went in my chest when she said that, and I immediately just realized, oh, you're beautiful, gorgeous, whatever it was. I said, basically, people will kill to look like you. So don't say that. But I found in many cases, most cases, where I have honestly maybe given a compliment to a Filipino, and they always, most of the times, they downplay it. They're humble about it. You know, I will first meet the person, and before I maybe the first 5 minutes of meeting them, they will say, "Oh, I'm not pretty, I'm not sexy, whatever it is." You know what I'm saying? They don't even know
Yeah.
you. I mean, they start off with that. I know I'm not pretty, but yes, as Yoko said, we already know this. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And I
Yeah.
and I tell you this, Sharon, I'm pretty sure that you've done a lot of you do, and you just did recently. Kind of downplaying, you know, who you are, as far as saying, you say you're not pretty, you say you're not sexy, you say you're simple. Well, I can guarantee you there's hundreds. I know some personally that think you're quite beautiful, quite sexy, and for some people, simple is good.
Mm.
Complicated is not necessarily good, especially if you have pandemonium. You heard of the
What
pandemic? Pandemonium. Okay.
pandemonium? That's another new word, Sketchy. Pandemonium.
Well, if
I
you
thought
break it down, it means many devils or many
That's a
yeah,
new
demons.
that's a new
pandemonium.
word in vocabulary.
Demonyo. Siyempre, demonyo.
Pandemonium. Yep. You heard of the pandemic.
Is
Okay,
that
that means
pandemonium?
widespread, a lot of sickness everywhere. Pandemonium is demons everywhere.
So it
Okay,
seems
so
like I'm gonna spread the virus.
Yeah.
you spread the virus of simplicity, kindness, Sharon, not, the virus that killed
No, but
people.
I'm saying simple can be good. Don't downgrade that. I mean, that could be a compliment. That's can be an attractive quality. There's people who they're looking for simple. I can tell you overall, I
Yeah.
tell you at this point in my existence on my journey, um, simple is good. If
Mm.
if it's good, if it's simple and good, so don't. I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with being simple. So that means you saying some people may say that and say, "Oh, complicated is better." Not necessarily.
I agree. I agree, Gichi. Yeah, because once it,
And Gitchi, that will
the
be
word, the word complicated, you don't want to
Hey,
deal with that.
yeah.
what
Okay,
you
that
gonna
will
say,
be the
Sharon?
new cure. Pandemic. What how you call that?
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Pandemonium.
Yeah, pandemonium.
Okay, it will be
You
maybe
raising a
it will
lot
be
of
the new
commotion.
cure.
Yeah, commotion. A lot of stuff. People scurrying about.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, let me read this from you. Beauty is the eye of beholder. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is, this is the funny thing, Sharon, because Frank, this is the only thing that I don't really, to put something on my face, because Frank told me, sweetheart, you're beautiful. You don't have to put something, the false eyelashes, okay? You don't, because you're beautiful. The natural, that's beautiful on you. So it's just like, okay, so it's just like, it gives me, it gives me a compliment that you don't have to be, shown to the world that you have do like this, because there's a lot of women that they're not really appreciated themselves, like, this is given for Filipina, that they really want to, their skin morena, they don't really love you, they want to become white. So
Yeah.
it's just like Frank told me, "Oh, sweetheart, you don't have to become like that." And now, Sharon, I don't care. I don't care, because for the eyes of my husband, I'm beautiful, so I don't care. Go under the sun, okay? But it's too hot, so I have to wear, umbrella. But it's
Mm,
just like, you have confidence on that, because I feel that way, that Sharon, that when I was, teenager, I don't really go with, with other, especially my cousin, because they bully me that I'm dark. They call me negra. So it's
mm.
just like, your confidence, you don't have self-esteem, to deal with this, with this young people, because in your mind that, oh, they're gonna tell you, oh, you're ugly, or you're dark. So
Yeah.
it's just like, when I meet Frank, it's just like, okay. it, he, he react when I you know when I hear that, it's just like, okay, you don't have to be, you don't have to be ashamed on yourself. It's just like, you know uh embrace, love your
Mm,
own, beauty. You don't have to, you don't have to change your look, or you don't have to change your skin color to appreciate it with, with other people. So
people.
they stay, stay what you are, and love the natural beauty of you. So that's,
Yeah.
that's one thing that
Yeah.
I learned.
Yeah. Filipino women, they are not satisfied of what they have. So they change their body. They make surgery, or they use chemicals to make their skin lighter. I had a friend of mine that not exactly friend of mine, relatives. She paid 6,000 every one session for glutathione injection for her
My
skin
God.
to become more whiter. She is white already, but she is not satisfied or contented of the skin that she has. So every 3 months, she pays 6,000 pesos just only for one session of glutathione. And I had also a relatives which has had a boob enhancer implant.
Oh my
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's why. And me, there are some people saying to me that why you didn't change your nose or something. I said, no, I am contented of what I have. I would like to be myself. I don't want to be fake. I want to be real and true. And I don't use any whitening skin lotion or something. No, I don't use that. I am happy of what I have, what God gave me, because I'm scared because if you even if the doctor will give that to you, but the doctor give that to you, or you change what you have in yourself, but you will regret at the end, because many years pass, there will be a side effect of that, and it can be
God.
worse
Yeah.
on your health.
Right.
So that's why I told to them, no, I will not change what I have. I'm just stay me, who I am, not change.
Yeah, it's just like, you mentioned about nose. So this is, I told Frank, this is Filipina
Mm.
nose.
Mm. Well, I ask your brothers now, don't change.
So
Girl, you
it's
remember
just,
that, Frank?
so yeah, I that, that thing, Sharon, that, I love, I don't care what people say, that, it's particularly Filipino about my nose. Oh, I don't care. This is, this is this is the look that my husband loved me. So why should I change that? If I gonna change, is no longer Lily that Frank love. Okay, so I don't. It's just like oh my god, it's just like I'm just shaking my head for those for those. You can see, Sharon, that on the Facebook there's a lot, it comes out on your on your wall that there's a lot of they undergo, there's a lot of stitches for the rhinoplastic or whatever that they call. And you can see, oh my god, when I saw that, it scares me to death because all their face was bruised and was a lot of stitches. So oh my god, for the sake of beautification, they don't really understand that, yeah, as of now, they're young, it's good. Okay, like you said, I agree what you said, that at the end of the day, when they get older, the side effect will attack,
Mm.
attack their self, that is no longer good. Okay, because our skin, when we get older, becomes tag. Okay.
Yeah, our immune
So it's
system
just
also,
like,
the more you getting older, your immune system will going to down.
yeah. So, well, some, we cannot, until now, there's still a lot of, there's still a lot of Filipina that they don't really want to get, to get dark
Mm.
as Morena. They don't really appreciate that. You can see even the commercial on the TV, there's a lot of, whitening lotion, whitening soap, or
Yeah.
whitening cream. So you can't really see the Morena model for that. No, you can't. Maybe I don't. To be honest with you, Sharon, I don't see any of the Morena model on the
Mm.
commercial on the TV. I don't. I thank you for
Right.
coming, Michael Alexander. Sharon is very smart, and I would not try to be date her unless was there in person.
Person.
Yes, Michael. You know what, Michael? That's
Yeah, that's the
that's
truth.
that's the nice of you, because uh for me, I really look a man that deal with the woman in person, that to showing that he likes that woman. I can see the gentleman on that part of a man.
Yeah. Now you know I'm not gonna let that go, right? You know that's not gonna just go right past me, right? Yes, Michael Alexander. Yes, I agree with you, and it's not like I did not try to meet you, Sharon, in person. Yeah, come on. So I kind of get you for that, but I will say that you arranged for our meeting. We did meet in person within the first week that I came here, and not been successful in seeing you again, but not for want of trying, because I've been in Cebu a couple times since then. But let me just say that. But like I said, for whatever reason, we never connected. But in person is the best. I tell you in a minute, everybody. I tell them I don't believe in LDR. LDR is a fantasy.
Mm.
You got nothing if it's a LDR. You have absolutely nothing unless you're in person. So
Oh,
if anybody,
let me welcome Shy Star. Hello, Shy Star. I'm waiting
hey,
for
stop.
you, Shy Star. I'm waiting for you to sponsor my show today. Hello, thank you for coming, Shy Star. So I have a question here, guys. So how do you find how to find love on the social media? How to find love? So you have advice, Sharon, how to find love on social media?
I think social media is, you cannot find love. You can find your soulmate. Okay? you can find your soulmate, but love is just like you build it to each other in person, or yeah, maybe you can feel love, maybe you can feel love via social media, but not the same real love that you feel when you are being together in person. So for me, not exactly 100% that you can find love in social media, or yeah. So soulmate, you can find 100% on your soulmate. But before that, it's not completely a love. It's just like getting to know each other. While you are getting to know each other, and then you meet in person, and then you talk in person, and then you talk in person, you have person and conversation in person, and you stay together for a little bit of time, or a more time. So there will be a love built on that. But for to find love in social media is not 100%. 100% will be soulmate.
Okay, so you don't really go on to the, final love, the love, the real love. Okay.
Mm.
So thank you for coming. 53 Shades Darker in the
Hi,
Philippines. So
Karen.
would you like to join with us, Karen? So how about you, Gichi?
Oh, what about can you find love on social media? I
Yeah.
believe, yeah, I believe there are some cases where people have gotten acquainted with each other or been able to connect to see the image or the profile of someone. Um, Facebook, I know, has a dating application that I might have looked at. I know they have that, but we were really talking about dating sites. So that's like the Filipino Cupid and all that type stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's impossible. That is possible. Certainly, there's been again success stories. People have actually been lucky enough to connect with somebody on that media, and then start to talking and chatting or communicating offline, and then they ended up together. Um, so yeah, it happened. It can happen for some people, but if you just flatly ask, would you go there looking for love? I think it can be a vehicle to get to where you can be in a place where you can find love. But if you haven't physically or been in person with anybody, I don't think you can really have, really a full love, really. I think you can have a high regard, a high respect, a liking, the way the person can make you feel, because obviously that's what these Hollywood actresses and movie stars and rock stars and musicians, yeah, sure. I mean, people love them, you know, but that's a different type of love or regard or what have you. But as far as an even exchange of two people, really, if it's not until it's one-on-one interaction, you don't have it, but it can lead to that.
Okay. So, well, it's just like, this is what because I agree, I agree what Sharon said, that you can find, like, soulmate, or, a companion on social media. But, the real love is not, because, it's very important that, you have to meet in person first. Because
Yeah.
this is the thing that you're very, you're very comfortable, you're very comfortable, on the screen talking, every day. But when you see in person, it's something, there's no connection. Okay.
Mm.
You don't really feel that, there's a love. So that's, that's important, that some women, okay, some women, this is real, this is real, that, they're very excited, they're very excited. It's just like a few weeks, a few months, they decided, to take that person, but they never meet. Because,
Mm.
it's just like, maybe because, maybe because this person or this woman wants to have a foreign, foreign mate, to tell,
Yeah.
to tell, their friends, oh, I have, a foreign. But for me, it's just like, there's nothing wrong with the LDR. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the LDR. But it's just like, you don't have to decide things online, that, okay, I'm going to marry this person, or I'm going to
Yeah.
take this man as my husband or whatever. It's just like, because it's important that, I always remember this, what you said, Sharon. It's better to know the person before you decide to marry, because, like I said, that, the true color of a person, you don't know until you live together. So
Yes.
you already decide online, to marry that person, and then, a few, because here's the thing, of course, the men and the women, especially online, LDR,
Mm.
Western people and Asian people, they don't show bad attitude towards each other. Everything that they show is the nice way, just to please the person. But once you meet this person, or, you realize, oh, I don't have feeling for him, I don't have feeling for her. So it's just
Mm.
like, you already committed, to marry that person, or to or marry that man. So you don't, it's just like, you give yourself into rest. And then, oh my god, this is so ridiculous, that, just a few weeks, and then you become boyfriend and girlfriend, and then a few months you're gonna marry without see this in person.
Yeah.
How ridiculous. But it's just like, oh, it's none of my business. Okay, it's none of my business if they gonna do that or what. But you have to take a look, the outcome of the decision that you made. Because, especially that this person is not Filipino. So everything, everything is different. Okay, everything is different, especially if you go to his place. Like I said, that you never know the person until you stay in one roof. So you realize that this man or this woman is not as sweet as what you seen
Right.
online, where you're
Mm.
talking the LDR. Because,
Yes.
I don't think, some women, they're telling a lie. Okay, they're telling a lie. They don't want to change. They want to be humble. No, they're telling a lie because they just really want, just really want to please the man that, wants to marry that person. They're telling a lie.
Yeah.
They think that they're not really interested of things, material thing, because they just want to be humble. No, they're lying. Because uh like I said, that, women, particularly Filipina, we have we have a personality that we don't, saving face. But behind of that, they're not telling the truth. They're not
Yeah.
telling the truth, that, okay, so it's like I said, Sharon, that, they don't really want to become a bad person on the eyes of the man that they really want to, they really want to marry.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, um I don't know, because I can tell, if I talk to the person, particularly woman or women, I know they're not telling a lie. Because especially if they are in a relationship, particularly with, with Western men, they don't really tell the truth. It's just like, okay, they just want to be humble, simple. uh you know all the good things that I really want to stay, stay like, I don't want to become rich, I don't want to become blah blah blah, or luxurious thing
Mm.
just now. Just now. But once once, because me, I consider myself as, I'm not really into that thing, but I can handle. Okay, if I'm go to the average people, I know how to handle with the people, especially on the village. I can eat wishing in my hand. I can walk without slippers. I can barefoot walk. Okay. If I go to the, to the socialite people, I can deal. But some Filipina, they, they're not, they're not telling the truth, about their, personality, that, and you can tell, and you can tell on themselves that they're lying, just like, especially if there's, if there's a man involved, they don't really show the color. So which is, oh, come on, I'm not born today, so there's a lot, there's a lot of women I experience, and I encounter that they're not telling the truth, especially
Yes,
when
and
they have
know,
when okay, go ahead, Sharon.
love also need a physical attraction and physical affection, a physical connection.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, okay, it's just, I don't know, Sharon, because well, I don't really want to dig on that kind of situation, because they're gonna tell, oh, it's none of your business. This is my life, okay? But this is what you notice, that some, they don't really honest about,
Yeah.
you know about about their self. That's the sad thing. Why it's so dark in you, Gitri?
I don't
No light?
know. I don't know what's going on because it was light. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's the sound crazy, Frank. That's the
I
sound
don't know.
crazy.
I don't know what happened.
Especially,
I don't
especially
know.
that dealing with online, Sharon, they talk online, and they don't know that the person they dealing with, they do gossip in other,
Yes.
in other channel.
Yeah.
So that's why, I'm very aware of that, because I see a lot. That's better, that's better, Gigi.
Yeah.
A lot of men, especially, like I said, that some men, they do this in a serious to find a soulmate or to find love on social media. They're serious, okay? But like I said, that some men, they just, especially, they're lonely, so they have to go online, dealing with this, with this vloggers, particularly women vloggers, okay?
Mhm.
And you can tell that, some vloggers, they do a little flirting, but they don't understand, they don't know that this man having fun with them is just like this man going to the other channel, they do gossip toward these women. So this is one thing, Sharon, that I'm very careful dealing with, my action, my words. I'm very careful about that, because I don't want to end up that, they disrespect me, especially women. They disrespect, and especially, I'm a married person, so I don't want them also to disrespect my husband, because sometimes my husband, it's in online, uh working with me, so I don't want that. But this is the thing, that it's just like, it's just for fun, okay, just for fun.
Mhm.
But some, they just make fun to make yourself degrade. So that's the thing that I don't really understand. Some women, particularly Filipina, Sharon, Good morning. Hello, Canadian bread and Filipino honey. Thank you for coming, Canadian. So that's that's the sad thing that, like, like, I know that you're very, you're very sensitive when it comes to, our, our men. If
Yeah.
somebody's, if somebody's degrade our men, somebody's degrade our women, you're very sensitive about that. But
Mm,
the problem is, some men and women, they don't really give a shit on that, Sharon, because important to them is, how to make their self happy, or how to deal with, flirting thing. So they don't
mm.
really understand that, some people, they, they, like you protect, uh what the right term that you yeah, protect our, our dignity, not
Mm.
only for women and men also. But it's just like when it comes to other, other people, they don't really aware of that. So I feel sorry for them, I feel sorry for them, because like I, like I mentioned that, people they dealing with on the social media, they don't make them respectful women. They just
Mm.
shown that, they are like, like a clown woman. So it's, it's sad, it's sad. But some women, they don't understand, because they said that they just fun. Okay, it's not a business, it's fun. But making social media is a business, at the same time fun. But the problem is, people make fun on you by
Personally,
degrading, by degrading you as a woman.
yeah.
So that's, that's the sad, the sad part of people, that some, yeah, like I said, serious, some they don't.
Yeah, and most me, I'm just so sad because I received a very upgrading down comment from a Filipina. That's ridiculous on me.
So yeah, me, I'm very careful, I'm very careful, to do things like this, because I'm not saying that, my channel is, but I'll make it sure that I give, I give a good information, good subject to people that they can learn. But I don't want to give, content or subject that people can bash, or, degrading either, either Asian or Western people. Because in social media, we're all equal.
Yes, and you know that my daughter advised me last days. You know that she told to me, "Mama, make a content which is motivational, so that your subscriber can motivate their own self." That's
Yeah,
what she
that's,
said to me. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good, that's a good
Mm.
suggestion. Oh, 52 Shades, are you still here? So if you want to join with us, you can click on the, on the link on the, on the comment section on YouTube. So you're welcome to join with us. Okay, so next question is, how many people have found love through social media? In your, in your calculation, Sharon, how many percent people find
More. More
more?
because mostly now, people, especially people from other country, they are going now in social media for to find their soulmate or for to find their companion. I think that's the mostly now. Not just so much people find their soulmate in person. So mostly, I think so much. I think most of the people go now in social media for to find their companion or their soulmate.
Mm.
Because I had a friend of mine. She was my classmate when I was in the French school, and you know that her husband is her competition, or it's like they found to each other only playing a games. So
Mm,
via
okay.
social media, they can find to each other. Mostly the people now is going to social media. Yeah.
So
More
there's
on
a
social
high
media. Mm.
percentage,
Yeah.
to find mate, or to, to
Yeah.
find love. Yeah, because they according to survey, one out of 10, 5, half half of the percentage, they go on the, the relationship become successful, 5%, and some they're not. So it's just like
Mm.
half. So what about you, Get Your Lion Journey?
Yeah.
So how many people have found love through social media in your, in your calculation? So how many? Because you've
Well,
been through social media.
right. Let me. The most important number to me right now is the little time or whatever time I spend on these social media, and then I'm going to include dating. You mean YouTube, Facebook, and the dating apps. I mean, my success rate is zero. That's the most important number to me. Let me say this: for most of the audience here that watches this genre, is a lot of mostly men, older men, and a lot of them, they are single, divorced. They don't have anybody. They may be from the West, and dealing with this in the West, the West has basically thrown men like in my age bracket, even a little bit younger, basically just disregarded us. We're invisible, or they do see us, but they don't care, or give a damn about, what we may be going through as far as suffering with the loneliness and solitude or whatever. And some people have turned to the dating sites. They're out there. They're being advertised. Hey, come to this particular site, find love, do this, blase, blase. But I probably want to say that the success rate is very low if somebody's trying to find someone, but and they're from the West and they're in the West, because for the most part, you're an average looking guy. And then if they may click on you and you chat and they find out, that you're not a man of means or whatever, they gonna ghost you. I mean, I know that for a fact. So I mean, and I've experienced that, and I'm sure many of the men out there, in the audience, as I'm trying to speak for them, and put their story out there, that they've been ghosted, and they're being ghosted online. They're being ghosted if they go try to apply for a job. They're being ghosted if they on the dating sites. They can pay. I don't care what site they go on. They can pay this money to get on the premium, and you can be on there. Some guys been on there for months and months, and not one connection, not one decent exchange, even conversation or chat, even remotely putting you in a position where you think you're gonna get to know somebody, much less going to the next step of actually being able to date them. And then, of course, if we're talking about the West versus somebody in Asia, like I said, it's even a lower success rate if that in-person meeting cannot happen, within a few months or so. Because I remember a couple times that I might have been on the site and I was still in America, and they'll tell you, when are you coming? And if you indicate, that you're not coming, they really don't have any time for you. It goes you right away. But that's what I got to say about that. But I mean, the little experience I've had with it, like I said, years ago, I was on the dating sites. I didn't. Now I can just tell you recently, and you probably see a vlog about it, maybe.
Oh, what happened to you, Gucci?
But I'm just saying, I can just speak personally from being on the social media, which we're calling YouTube. I don't deal with Facebook, but YouTube, and then some of the dating sites. That's what we're calling social media. So I know I have not made any connection with anybody, and in some cases it was like it was a ghost, and in some cases I consider it ghosting in person. That's my term for it. So I mean, again, it's a mixed bag, but it's not like success stories are not happening because there's a few, these Filipino vloggers. I mean, they're being pursued probably by hundreds of thousands, maybe, of proposals. Some of them may be serious, some of them may be joking, what have you. Like I said, Sharon can probably tell you how many she's received. But you can imagine though, and these other vloggers, I'm not gonna mention none of their names. And when I do my vlogs, I ain't gonna mention their names either. But whatever Sharon got the hundreds of thousands, a couple of few of these other ones have gotten many more. Because they're situation, because different age bracket, different characteristics, or whatever. But it's a very serious subject, very serious subject. And here's the other factor, and I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in the room because I'm going after him in 2024. People don't like it. You can leave me alone because if you ain't no good for me, I'm leaving your ass alone. Thank you.
Okay, so let me read this from Canadian Bread and Filipino Honey. I can only say yes, you can.
Especially the women,
Uh,
because on the dating sites, the women are the more desirable. People are trying to get to. They're trying to get the woman's attention. To chat them or say hi or maybe get into a conversation. I mean, that's mostly what you find. That's why most of these sites, to get on them, the women don't have to pay usually, but the man usually always have to pay as far as the premium uh, features, because that's the way it's set up. Because again, in that arena, the woman, that Filipino, whatever, is the prize. But I think I kind of alluded to this before, and you know this because we talked about it. In America, if you're a certain financial status, making so many figures, you got a particular skin color or some other social status, certain type of job, or your age bracket is going to make you more attractive. So I gave this statistic, and I give this vlogger credit for bringing this out. I mean, she just kind of just blew everything away when she said that. That
Gitchy Lion had a bad connection.
Yeah, I think.
Gitchy, are you there?
Ichi, where are you? Are you still there?
Okay, so let me read this from Canadian Bread and Filipino Honey. I can only say yes, you can, and yes, I have found have at this time. Okay, Gitchy, what's wrong with your connection? You
I
was
don't know.
stuck.
Did y'all hear any of that I just said about America?
No,
Did
we
y'all hear
don't.
any of that? But
No, we
anyway,
don't.
another vlogger brought up a statistic that women feel like 80% of men are below average. So I take that to mean that 80% of men are undesirable. So what are
Hmm.
they supposed to do? So that means everybody's going after this particular
What's wrong? Okay, Sharon.
Gitchy, you
Thank
are
you for
frozen.
thank you for coming, Danny T Team International. Thank you, Danny. You have to go outside your hotel, Gitchy. He's stuck. Okay, so let me read this. From Canadian bread and Filipino honey. That said, we may not like each other when we met. I prepared for that. I prepared to start again after I arrive. Okay, so he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone. Ye- Okay, let me read this from Bacon Girl. When Sharon speaks, everybody listen. That's right. From
Not
Frank. Here
exactly. I
is the
don't think
funny
so.
thing about women in the West. They say that they want men with money, but they don't seem to understand that older men have had chance to build more wealth most of the time. Get your lion, come see you. Won't have the issue, my man. Yeah, I think the connection was, was so bad. What can you expect here in the Philippines, 50 shades? This is so funny, Sharon, because yesterday we went to the mall, okay, because my schedule go to the bank, and then we go around,
Mm.
look for the laptop and gadgets, phone, smartphone. Are you familiar the home credit?
Yeah, home credit. That's the mostly most of the people now using home credit purchase a um when they purchase a gadget or even appliances. And you must have a credit account, I mean home credit account, and then if you have good I mean, how to say that? If you are a good payer, they will offer you a loan cash. And that's
Ah,
what I did
okay.
before. Yeah, that's what I did before when I purchased my laptop. The seller told to me, "Mom, you can use home credit so that you can pay it installment, but there is interest because there's interest, but not so much." So I said, "Okay, but they don't home credit didn't approve me because I just only have one identification. So I need to have the identification of my like how do you know co-maker.
Oh,
So my
okay.
cousin was the my co-maker, but he forgot to bring to both her identification, so that's it. And I said no, I don't want to have headache, so I'm gonna pay it in cash. So
So
I
this is so
purchased.
funny because I'm not really familiar, and I
Mm,
asked. They said that you can use this, to buy
mm,
gadget, by installment, but you have to apply on a home credit. And then when I read, it's not, it's only for a Filipino citizen.
yeah.
And then I told them, what about, foreigner? They're not allowed. They said they're not allowed. And then when I look, 68, there's 68 years old are allowed, 68 below, or a few,
Mm,
like that. And I asked them, what about if it's 69? And they said they don't allow. So this is,
yeah,
this is so funny when I laugh because they don't understand that 68 above is particularly men, especially foreign men. That's they have money to buy gadget on that.
yeah,
Okay. And then it makes me laugh about the policy that they have on the home credit. So it's just make me laugh about that because uh they have there's a Filipino only, and then there's a age limit. So it's just like, Frank, there's a racist thing here at the home credit because you're not allowed. But this is so funny, Sharon, because they allow people 69 up to buy their gadget, but they don't allow to for for home credit, for the installment. So it makes me laugh that the home credit. So I have no idea what's the home credit, because when I go to in the mall, particularly SM, there's a boss that
Yeah.
they put home credit. What is home credit? I
Honestly,
thought the
home
home
credit
credit
me.
it's I thought that home credit it's a brand name. When I look, oh, you have, it's just like, it's like a credit, a
Yeah.
credit. So it makes me laugh that, there's a policy that, if you're foreigner, you're not allowed. Okay. If you're 68, if you're 69, you're not allowed. So
Not
funny.
allowed, so they have age limit. Karen, I just want to ask you the light on my room. That's what you said. It's a LED light. I ordered this online.
Yeah, I've
Mm.
seen it in restaurants.
Yeah, I you can change it into color. You can choose the color. Wait,
Yeah,
I'm gonna. Where is
I've
the
seen them in
remote?
restaurants.
Here, you can choose the color. Like for example, yellow. Like this. Wait, that
But you know what,
green.
Sharon, when it comes to LED light, once one of the LED light is broken, it's hard to fix that, because
Yeah.
all the lights that I have here on my unit, it's all LED.
Mm,
So we have to pull out this and bring it to the Home Depot or Tigas because our maintenance technician here, they cannot fix the LDE. So
mm.
good thing that my landlord, she has her own contractor, so they're more onto the electronics. So they fix my LED light. So I realized, oh, if I gonna build a house, I don't want the LED light. It looks beautiful, but once it started to broken, because this is more on electronics, so it's not really the old school light. It's easy to replace or it's easy to fix, but when it comes to LED, so you have electronics literate for that, so that they can fix the LED light. It looks nice, it's so bright, but
Because
once it starts. Go
I like
ahead,
to
Sha.
I like to put decoration on my room. Actually, I put so much butterfly inside my room.
Oh my god, is that really for the future mate?
Not exactly a real butterfly, but it's just like a sticker butterfly, different color, and I order more butterfly because I want to put so much butterfly inside my room because I like butterfly.
The good one is glowing in the dark. That's nice
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
But don't you know, Sharon, that Chinese people believe that your like yung namatay na ba na na mga
Uh,
kapamilya mo, they reincarnate on the butterfly,
butterfly.
because the butterfly, people, so it's easy for them to get inside, the butterfly to reincarnate.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Since
read
before,
this from
since before
53
I really
shades.
like butterfly until now. So that's why I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna put butterfly all over. Even on the ceiling, I am planning to put butterfly on the wall, all over my room.
Okay, it's a mood sitter. I might have that get that. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Also in your unit 53 shades. You know what, Sharon? It's so funny because yesterday I saw the toys.
Mm.
Even though I'm this old. One of my favorite, like the pony, especially the
Mm.
pony that has long hair and then different color. Oh my god. And I saw that, I was so go there ahead of Frank, and then I told Frank, "Oh, look at this, so nice." And then Frank, would you like to? Because I thought that he's joking on me. Because I told him this is one of my when I was a kid, one of my dream to have a pony, a pony doll. And then, are you
Yeah.
serious? You want to get that? And then I told him, yeah, this is my favorite. But he said you can get it. And then I thought that he's making joke when we arrived. When I mentioned about the doll, and then he said, "Are you?" I told him, "Are you serious? You want me to get that?" And then he said, "Yeah." So it makes me laugh because when you was a kid, you don't really want to
Yeah.
get things that that's too much for for the cost of your parents. So it's just like, you have money, you can buy that. But I told him, no,
Yeah.
I love I love brats. The doll that the different, there's a Asian, there's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
black, and then so I love brats, but I don't really, when it comes to Barbie, I don't like, I don't really, like Barbie. Okay, so
Yeah.
let me read this. 53 shades. In the States, we have the projector that show it in the entire room. It is small dots and it changes color. Yeah, and I saw that light also, that once you on, it's just like yeah, I think I saw that.
Mm.
Once you on, it's just like it hits on the wall, or on the ceiling. It's just like mini lights that
Yeah.
blinking.
I. Yeah. It's a little dots which is connected on one line. Either 5 meters or 10 meters. But I ordered 10 meters, so it's 2 times 5. So all over my ceiling. I mean, in the little place on my ceiling, I put it all over because it's 10 meters.
Okay. So I have the last question that we're gonna discuss this. Okay. So for those people on the live chat, you can answer this question, or either of you, Sharon and Gitche. So how does the internet affect your lives? Okay, I'll go first to my big bro, Gitche. How does internet affect your lives?
Well, I would say that I wouldn't know what I would do without it. I mean, it's been very critical to me as far as my mode of entertainment. I stopped watching network TV years ago. I actually had Netflix and didn't even watch it. I had cable TV. I canceled it. I didn't watch it. I canceled it. So most of my entertainment, even with the TV I had, that entertainment has been on YouTube, and of course a lot of that has been in the Philippines genre, if you will. So it's been very critical in that, and just about everybody has a Gmail, which is related to Google, which you
Mm-hmm.
have to have Google and Gmail in order to have a YouTube channel. Everybody that has a Gmail account automatically can have a YouTube channel. You have to have a Gmail.
Yeah.
So, and just in dealing with that particular activity is critical. I mean, I couldn't do anything without internet. I had a bad time last week in Cebu, even with these hotels, as you know, with my signal continuing to go out, even to try to do something like this. Um, I've also used the internet, even since I've been in the Philippines, to use the internet to connect and do online recording sessions with musicians in the Ukraine, in the UK, Europe, South America. I was able to connect with them and actually have a music recording session while I was in the hotel because of the internet. So I mean, generally, and then of course the internet is critical. You can't get to these dating sites. You can't get to these dating apps
Mm-hmm.
without the internet. I mean, you can't even try. I mean, the internet gives you so many options to try to be able to connect with people. Now, whether they respond back to you or not, that's another story. But the internet allows, like I say, you got your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, dating apps, dating sites, the internet, and I think that's why it's really a big deal. I think here in the Philippines, as far as somebody trying to be a digital nomad and really work, to have an internet, I mean, is critical. And it may be that you might want to pay that $100 American a month or whatever to get the new sky thing or whatever it is. Look at that. Yeah, it's happening again. Very critical, especially if even if you're not making, especially if you're making money with it. But even if you're not, you needed to connect with people here and back in other countries. It is critical. I mean, and especially for the lonely, especially for the lonesome, somebody that don't have a partner,
Yeah.
nobody that they dealing with in person. Let I tell you, as for me, one of my goals is I want to get to the place where I can put my phone down or put my laptop down and not have to touch it for a whole day or several days because I'm in the presence of who I want to be with, and we have activity going on where we can keep each other company and keep each other occupied, where we don't need the crutch, and I consider it the crutch of the internet or the phone gadget or the computer gadget, or you don't need the pacifier of the gadget. TVs, if you may remember this, Frank, in the old days, TVs were called consoles. You know what console means? That comes from consolation.
Okay.
Those gadgets, they're used to console you, consolation. And can you imagine? I mean, if you're really going through something and you don't have that personal connection with a family or a particular partner, and you have no internet and no electronic, because I had the TV cut off in here because I can't connect to the internet with it. So I said I don't need this TV. So I'm heavily reliant on the internet, and you see it happening live now with me being dealing with YouTube to the extent I want to deal with it, and also my music appreciation. I have access because I made preparations over the past several years. I have access to a good deal of my music collection that I built in the States. I collected a lot of vinyl over the past 55 plus years. And what I've done is started to digitize that. So if I want to hear some of my music, I digitize it so I can use the internet to get to it and play it. So I like I say, I think it's critical. It's a lifeline. It is a lifeline to some people, and at least it gives you more than one option to try to connect with people. And if you don't have the internet, you can't. Somebody could tell you get on the dating sites, get on the dating sites, get on the. You can't do any of that unless you have the internet. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of times you can't order a cab, you can't do other stuff, you can't have access to the Grabs and the Move Its and the Food Pandas if you don't have the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot imagine. It's like, especially if it's a quote unquote LDR, even if you in the same two different cities in the Philippines, the internet goes out. I mean, that completely shuts that down in most cases as far as being to communicate. I mean, that could be a killer. I mean, I guess I can't emphasize it enough. Everybody Sure is critical.
Okay,
Again, whether
so
they respond or not.
so congratulations, 50 Shades. You reached 1,000K. So there's a lechon, Sharon.
Yeah, Karen,
Yeah.
I will be expect
Congratulations.
me. Just count me because I will come. Sure. Let
Oh,
me know that.
Frank. So I have to talk to Frank. So we're gonna eat lechon. Congratulations, 53 Shades. I'm, I'm happy for you
Welcome.
that, that you reach the 1K. So it's all the way to the, to the thing. Thank you. Okay, so how about you, Sharon? What is the impact of internet in your lives?
Okay, the impact of the internet in my life is not only exactly me, to all the people all over the world. It's a very big impact to all the people all over the world because it can change you in your ability. You can learn everything on the internet. People can change it even if they don't know how to do that, but if they will search it in YouTube or in the internet, they will know how to do it. So it's a very big impact to people because you can search, you can learn quite a lot of things in the internet using by internet. So internet is just good, but you must use it in a very good way. Don't abuse it. Don't don't look at good in the internet. So use the internet in a good way. And internet also one of the reason why there are some life of people changing into a better life because they wanted to learn. They want to watch video in the internet or in social media, how to start business or something. So it's a very big impact, not only me, to all the people all over the world.
Yeah. Okay. So in my opinion, how does impact internet in my lives? So many factors,
Mm,
especially okay when you because I'm very I really love history. Okay, history, that things that you don't know about, the story of this person, but now
mm,
there's an internet. It's easy for you to search. That's a big deal. You don't have to go here in the Philippines we don't have library, unlike in the States, that the time that there's no internet, they can go to the library and search.
yeah,
There's a lot of books that, but we don't have that. So now that internet has, so it's easy for us, to research or to search that thing that you really want to know. And of course it's very convenient for us, especially if you're lazy going groceries,
yeah,
just go online and order. So it's hassle free. And of course, there's so many factors that we can benefits the internet. And I agree what you said, Sharon, that some people they use into the they don't really use into a smart way
yeah.
of using. Okay, so they use there's so many things that they use that to scam or to scam
Mm,
people, things like that. But for me, there's so many factors that it affects. It makes my daily life very very inconvenienced and very easy because of the internet. So like, you don't have, like, if I gonna change USD or dollars to the bank, all I need to do just go online, search things, so I know the exchange rate.
mm,
So you don't
yeah.
have to go to the bank and ask for the for the teller that how much is the exchange rate. All you have to do, just open your smartphone and type the thing that you really want to know.
Yeah.
It's very easy. It's very easy. That's why sometimes I do put something also limit, do on a social media.
Mm,
So I'm not really into that, my whole day is go on the social media. Like example this, I have a live show. I just spend 2 hours this, and I'll check some, video that, I spend like 2 hours also, and watching the videos and comment. And then after that, back to normal, normal daily routine, because I
Mm.
don't really want, to use of doing that, like, doing in the internet, because this is what I noticed, that if I too much, if I spend more time on the internet, I'm become lazy, Sharon. I don't know. That's how I feel. I become lazy. So the regular, the regular daily routine that I always do before the internet. So I don't do that. So
Mm.
I have limit only to go on internet. So I set aside 2 hours on the online, or over 2 hours, or go other, bloggers that I subscribe, in 2 hours, that to watch the video and comment. And then I still have, time for myself, for my husband, okay, and do things that I want to do just by myself. So
Mm.
that's the that's the impact of internet that I experienced in my life. So
Okay.
that's how
Okay,
I
and
appreciate.
excuse me, I just want to tell you that I need to go. Sorry, I cannot stay longer until the end because
Okay,
I need to
Sharon.
buy some
Actually,
stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna end up this, because we
Okay.
that's the last question that I asked. So anyway, so I don't want you to stay long, but I give you time, to promote your show, Sharon.
Okay, everyone, sorry, I apologize that I cannot stay because I need to buy some stuff, especially my mom is run out of diapers, so I need to buy. And please still I mean, I am so thankful that you are still continue watching my videos and supporting to my channel. And please subscribe to my channel and Gichillion's channel and Lilibet's channel. And I will have a live stream tomorrow interviewing a single mom. It will be tomorrow, December 29 at 9 a.m. Philippine time. So that's it. And
Okay.
Merry Christmas and advance Happy New Year from my home to your homes. And okay, and hope you
What
all
about
the best.
Gitchi?
And okay, Gichi, advance Happy New Year from my home to your home.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
Okay,
Sharon,
and
but we still got some stuff go. I
okay,
hope
and
we're still able to
okay,
interact. Thank, but no need to apologize. You've been very generous with everyone with your time.
Okay.
okay,
So you
and
got stuff to do.
keep safe, everyone, and God bless. Okay, bye,
I
guys.
appreciate
Thank you,
your, I
Vivian.
Yeah.
appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time, Sharon.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Sharon.
Have a
Okay.
good day.
Thank
Bye,
Appreciate
you.
you.
See
Sharon.
you again next time. Okay. Bye.
Be in touch.
Bye.
Yeah.
So,
So without further ado, yes. Anyway, I'm Geechee Lion, known as Geechee Lion Journey. I like to thank those of you, over 500 people out there who have subscribed to my channel. I would like to, see more. I'm trying to continue to be authentic and real and not fake with
mhm.
it, just trying to do something for stunts. Um, I'm in the midst of something right now. Again, I appreciate all your likes, shares, subscriptions to this. I'm in the midst now. I've just prepared a series that, as in case you all do not know, I'm no longer in Cebu City. I've left Cebu City, and series of vlogs that I've got going on now. I guess it's a three-part series where I'm talking about my experiences in Cebu City, period, recently and just going back. So, I appreciate Lilibeth very much. I think I've been on your show 4 times,
Yeah.
and again, this is a wonderful connection and therapy for me to be able to interact with someone here, especially has relationship to my old hometown of Chicago, with Frank, brother Frank being there. So that's very relatable. We really love that. I believe, that it's very important in somebody in my position who doesn't have anybody. And like I said, directly to your subject matter, I've been on a couple of dating sites the last 3 months since I've been in the Philippines, I've had very few chats, and nothing went beyond maybe a day or two even to communicate. I think I might have seen two of them. They might have sent pictures, or I video chatted with them briefly. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a vlog about that, my experience with it, so I can directly tell you at least my experience with that. But I'm sure there's others. Of course, there's success stories out there that they may be, they're certain different. But anyway, I'll get into that on my vlog. And I'm not rambling. It won't be rambling. It'll just be right to the point. But again, thank you, and I'm glad I was available for you to contact me. Love this social media here, because again, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to connect with you.
Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate also that every time I send you a message, if you want to join on my show, you always there. So I really appreciate
That's
that
right.
from the bottom of my heart, Gichi. And of
Right.
course,
I consider you as family. Your family.
yeah. So I consider you as my big bro. So I appreciate that. And one thing that it really close to my heart, because you and my husband same place that you came from.
Yeah,
So
that's Chicago. That's the Chicago lakefront in my background. That's Chicago.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
88th and the Lake Shore. That is the Lake Michigan.
okay. So let me thank you to my sponsored Bacon Girl. Thank you so much for sponsoring my show today. I really appreciate that from you. And also for those who join on the live chat, 53 shades, I really appreciate that, for your, for the party, because you reach, the 100 1000 k subscribers. So just let me know when, because I have to discuss that, so that we can prepare if ever that we're gonna go there, if ever. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. So thank you so much, Gichi Lions, for always there for my show. So I really appreciate. So have a good day to everyone, and have a good night. So, Lilibet Tate channel signing off. Bye,
Thank you, Saint.
everyone.
Thank you. I may try to do something before for the New Year's. Last year I did a live concert, New Year's Eve countdown for the Philippines. I was in Chicago when I did it. I'm thinking about trying to do it here.
Okay, so bye, everyone. Bye, Gichi.
Bye.